nucleic acid test, the RT-PCR testing is still the major method to the diagnosis for the COVID-19 infections. So BGI is actually using genomic tools to benefit humanity. So we had a lot of experience in infection disease back to the the fighting against SARS and Ebola and others. So this COVID-19 test, we believe that the nucleic acid is still the best standard, and we saw that it has been helped a lot for the country like China, like South Korea to fight against COVID-19.
Where are you seeing most of the demand now for those test kits, and do you have the capacity to meet that demand at this point?
Yeah, that's going to be a little bit tricky at current stage because the logistic and the supply chain is very difficult at this special moment. But we already tripled our production, can now produce 2 million tests a day to meet the demand right now.
And Shushen, tell us a bit more about rapid virus testing, because it's still unproven at this point how accurate they are. What's BGI's take on it? How accurate are they?
So I think there's a misunderstanding of the demand for the testing. Some people believe that quick testing is really important. But what we saw right now is, the quick testing means how many tests you can do in, for example, 24 hours. So there's a lot of testing kits saying that they can do like a 15-minute testing, but however, every time they can only do one test. But that won't help fighting against epidemic. So what we believe that the best diagnostic kit is that they can do like, for example, 10,000 in 24 hours a day and have a higher accuracy. So I think those 15-minute tests, they cannot be that accuracy and sensitivity in the testing of standard RT-PCR testing, and they are not higher throughput, giving us a particular time period. So in my mind, I think the best kit what we need right now is accuracy, sensitivity testing that can do high throughput in 24 hours.
Okay, so ones that take a little bit longer time. What kind of testing do you think is most reliable in terms of diagnosis at the moment? And what's the role that genomic sequencing has, too?
I think there's a lot of testing available right now, including like what we call the RT-PCR testing, the qPCR testing, and the antibody testing, as well as the sequencing. So the qPCR testing is a reliable test that could do like early diagnosis, like get infection in 5 days, you are able to detect the virus. It's already been proved to be a golden standard. And antibody-based testing, they can telling you have that experience before has been exposed to the virus, but they cannot do early diagnosis. So if you are in the hospital or for a patient, they want to get a treatment, the best to accept the nucleic acid testing, the RT-PCR testing that can telling you the early infection. And the sequencing-based testing, we are able to telling you, the mutations in the virus, what kind of strain it is. The virus was actually mutated very quickly, so the tracking the mutation is really important to stop the spread of the virus.
So you are seeing mutations, you're seeing different strains of this disease. How extensive is that? How much of a challenge is that? And what does it mean in terms of adapting some of the products that you have in the pipeline to address some of those concerns?
So I think that one, we already been diagnosis kit been approved by the Chinese FDA, the NMPA. So it's already a standard diagnostic kit available on the market, and the cost is it's a little bit expensive compared to the qPCR, but it's getting more information than only testing. And the in the hospital, because there's a lot of like complex infections, they are mixed with other infections. The sequencing is still the best solutions for that kind of complex cases.
Shushun, now the stock of BGI is up about 65% over the last 25 or 12 months, I should say. But it's still well below the highs of 2017. I'm just wondering, what do you see as the key drivers then for growth over the next 12 to 24 months for the company?
A lot of people see this as the business chance, but we saw it as our responsibility. So if you look back to the BGI's history, we actually actively involved in a lot of like such kind of global epidemics, including SARS and Ebola. And this time we did not put a lot of effort, our emphasize on our business opportunity. We saw that we can do a lot of things using the tools and the platform we have built. We're trying to using the tools in our hands to help the world to fight against the epidemic.
And Shushun, how will the world look like after this pandemic? Do you think that there's going to be a lot of changes? What do you think could actually structurally change in the world, especially in your world of healthcare?
Yeah, I think this epidemic shows that the health and the health science, the life science is really very important and key to the development of the human society. Those kind of demands, this kind of like the market has been neglected before. I think it's not putting a lot of resource on the public health, on the health science. So this event showing that it probably will be there's a lot of innovations and investment in the health systems, including those investments from the company as well as from the government.
Will you be looking for any acquisitions in the near to medium term?